Oh no! This head belonged to my co-pilot robot. He was the most loyal companion in the galaxy.
Ick. Malfunction. Ick. Malfunction.
These Gravorians will pay dearly for this, my friend.
Now, what's a space adventure film without a trusty robot sidekick? In the original draft, we had Dick and Scarlet team up with an alien from the planet's surface. You know the type, pointy ears, wise and emotionless. But then we came to our senses and realized that a giant tin can robot's way cooler. Besides, everybody was doing the alien thing back then. You know me, I'd rather be a trailblazer. The insurance company made us install those safety guards after our actors fell off the set one too many times. Granted, they kept falling off even with the rails, but thanks to how the contract was laid out, we were no longer liable for their injuries. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess it's time to talk about the elephant in the room. Why on earth does this crazy film have title cards on screen when people are talking? You're thinking that, aren't you? I know you are. I would be too. Well, we had thought about making it a silent film at one point, so we shot a lot of scenes up close like this, with the dialogue written out for the audience to read. Well, when we swapped over to making a talkie, well, we just decided to keep on going rather than reshooting all those scenes. best part about being in showbiz. Craft services. It's like never-ending supply of free food all day long. I never had to pay for a single meal. Hey, Patrick, I noticed you guys don't do that here in your studio. You should talk to your boss. Maybe even just a bagel station. That nitpicking science community also complained about these Terra whatevers breathing fire, like there's fossil evidence of dinosaurs not ever shooting fireballs. It's not like I gave them neck frills or had them spit poison or anything ridiculous like that. As luck would have it, the next lot to ours was filming some horror movie set in Transylvania. So we signed a soft contract with them to use their set after they wrapped for the day. And by that, I mean we kind of snuck in and filmed it real quick when no one was looking. Had my assistant Phyllis keep a lookout for the security guard. we shot this scene with Scarlett using the landmines, but then I came to my senses and we reshot with Dick. I mean, a woman using high explosives? This may be a science fiction, but we have to keep things at least somewhat believable. Hey, most days, the effects team really nailed it. Dinosaurs, saucers, hey, you name it. But these, deflating rock, boulder, cubes, not their best work. Just looks kind of odd, if you ask me, like giant whoopee cushions. And they said they could add some debris and explosions or two afterwards. And then we ran out of budget. Well, to be fair, we ran out of budget several times, but still, I lost a lot of sleep over these rocks. Tried this one with regular logs. Well, that was disastrous. I'll tell you, never mess with physics. It was kind of, well, to be frank, it started out nice, but then, well, it was a death trap. Just plain and simple, it was a death trap. Poor kid holding the boom almost broke his leg. Guess he played basketball in college or something, because he leaped right at the last second. Whew! Crisis averted. My props guy wanted to swap them with some spongy material for safety, but I had a better idea. Let's set the logs on fire. Then the crew will be sure to be safe dealing with them. Even though we created these conveyor belts for Stacy's character, Jonathan was always trying to run across them to no avail. I probably should have told him that we slowed the belt down whenever Scarlett runs across, but I got a real kick out of watching him try. Say, you know what I was thinking? With all this jumping and climbing and jumping, wouldn't this make a great video game? Isn't that what all those video games are about? Jumping around?
Well, yeah, and killing. There's jumping too, but mostly the killing.
What? Patrick, that's awful. What sort of example are we setting for our youth?
Well, movies are pretty violent too. Your heroes have killed everything in sight. You had Dick shooting a dinosaur in the face in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, well, Patrick, that's different, you know? What we did on film, that was art. Video games aren't art. Funny story about the two caged apes in this scene. I had completely forgotten about them when we wrapped up filming on the set. Then we spent the next day doing a location shoot. So, suffice it to say, our return to the studio was met with a couple of grumbling tummies complaining about unsafe work conditions, human rights, yada, yada, yada. Hey, Patrick, I was thinking we should take a little break and get a bite to eat. You like Chinese? I know a great takeout.
Well, we're not scheduled for a break for another few hours.
Nonsense. Hey, you have to try the shrimp. It's the absolute best. But, oh, hey, I feel like I should warn you. It gives me horrible gas. But that's okay. We're friends, right?
Really, sir. Studio time costs a fortune. Let's just stay on schedule.
Good thinking. We could grab a real dinner together and go out for a night on the town, yeah. Two young bachelors on the prowl. Say, where do you youngsters go these days? this movie may not have made the big splash in Hollywood or even made the budget back for that matter, but hey, in the end, I think it was still worth making just for those die-hard fans that really love it. I attended a lot of sci-fi and movie cons, and to this day, I still see fans showing up dressed as aliens and apes and dinosaurs. Does a man proud. Now, granted, their costumes aren't exactly 100% faithful to the film, and it seems that no one ever remembers them by the right name. But still, knowing that we still have fans like this promoting the film decades later, it puts a tear in this old director's eye. I get all emotional. Okay. Tony and his insistence on lens flare. I tell you, some days it felt like he was trying to be the director. Honestly, you could see dust on the lens, so just go and wipe it off myself. He would get so upset about it too. Like my fingers aren't clean enough to wipe the lens. Touch the lens, whatever.
Danger. Human speed is not enough to pass through that fan. Chance of death 100%. Retrieve the time vortex device if you wish to go any further. It's a dangerous area. Nuclear ants everywhere.
So, do we get any backstory on Dick? Why'd he travel to Gravoria in the first place? Did he do any research before landing there? Did he have a specific mission in that region of space?
Patrick, if you keep getting bogged down by the details, how will you ever learn to just sit back and appreciate the work of art for what it is? Production tip, ladies and gentlemen. No matter how sunny it is, don't store your papier-mâché props outdoors. They will get rained on. It's the law in this town, like Occam's razor or Stockholm Syndrome, or I forget what it's called.
What in the cosmos? It's my co-pilot's body! I believe that I can repair him. Oh no! I am trapped!
Functions restored. Threat detected. Must eliminate.
Fun fact, we actually had an actor inside the robot suit moving him around. I bet you thought it was an actual robot, huh? That's how good he was. No rest breaks or anything. Hardest working actor I've ever met. What a trooper. It was a shame we couldn't afford to pay him. And of course, since he wasn't on the payroll, I couldn't officially add him to the credits. But still, what a trooper. Wish I had a dozen actors like him.
Eliminate with extreme prejudice. Alien slimes terminated. Dangerous radiation detected.
No, we didn't use the same material for the toxic waste as we did the slimes. I mean, why fake something when you have the real deal available? We found a place where people were just dumping the stuff away for free. I was hoping the crew members handling it might get some cool superpowers from it, but no, nothing like that.
I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger.
Oh, Robot, you're all right! And you saved the day.
You're threat eliminated.
Looks like the Emperor's days are numbered. At long last, we have assembled our team.
A lot of reviewers and fans, too, always wondered why we shot so few scenes with all three heroes in it together. I mean, we did our best to explain it. Something about the sleep chambers or staying back to protect the ape village. Really, it was just logistics. Jonathan had bowling league on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Stacy had her karate Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Honestly, we almost never had all of them on the set at the same time. Our robot actor was in some religion that only allowed him to work on Sundays. I'm still a little skeptical about that one, though.
Sir, it's just a guy in a suit. Couldn't you have gotten just about anyone to stand in as the robot?
See? That's why you'd make a horrible director, Patrick. His touches were subtle, to say the least. But he really brought a lot of character to the robot role.
If he was so indispensable, how come you didn't list the actor in the credits?
Well, let's just say it was an oversight. But I've learned my lesson. I only made the mistake 6 more times throughout my career. Means business when they take a shot from a monster and shoot it right back at him. In my professional opinion, that is the coolest of the cool. Hey, Patrick, throw something at me real quick.
What? I'm sorry, sir, but I don't think that would be appropriate.
Ugh, you're no fun. Rickety old things, the higher up they went, the more they sounded like they were gonna fall apart. I'm amazed that no one ever got hurt, or worse, riding these things. Well, there was the actor we originally cast for Dick's role, but we don't talk about him. Start to get a sense of how high up our heroes have been climbing here. Reminds me of how the crew always used to comment on how high everyone was. Those jokers, they'd even say it when we were filming the grounded scenes. And they all giggled like school children whenever they mentioned it too. So I'd make sure to laugh even harder so they'd know I was in on the joke. Whatever it was. spinning never felt quite as athletic as when Dick did it. I hope we have another scene coming up with him. I just can't get enough of Dick spinning. Yes, that was a trend. Once an actor started spinning in place, every actor wanted to do it. It just looked so fun. Oh, no, another fake scene. These rickety old things, the higher up they went, the more they sounded like they were gonna fall apart. I'm amazed that no one ever got hurt, or worse, riding these things. Well, there was the actor we originally cast for Dick's role, but we don't talk about him. Start to get a sense of how high up our heroes have been climbing here. Reminds me of how the crew always used to comment on how high everyone was. Those jokers, they'd even say it when we were filming the grounded scene. And they all giggled like school children whenever they mentioned it too. So I'd make sure to laugh even harder so they'd know I was in on the joke. Whatever it was.
this beast here. I must make for higher ground.
Set back then. Props, walls, you name it. Then, you moved bits and pieces around and created whole new scenes. We were efficient. I adopted that technique to my wardrobe, too. If you mixed and matched efficiently, you could get by for years on only a handful of shirts and underwear. Never get enough of these free-falling shots. Something so sticking your head out of the sunroof while driving on the freeway. Modern science fiction directors sometimes put the lens flare in on purpose. Why on earth? What's the next trend? Dead fly on the lens? Jeez. Watch. You won't believe me, but you just watch. It'll happen. Some big shot will do it for one scene, and the following year, everyone will be doing it.
Dr. Peculiar!
Yes, Your Eminence?
Release the Mechamelion!
But Your Eminence, the Mechamelion isn't ready.
What is the meaning of this? I thought he was completed!
Genius is never completed, Your Eminence. I was just preparing to install a chainsaw on his tail.
Enough! Your tinkering costs me precious gold and time! You do not have that luxury, Dr. Peculiar.
Yes, Your Eminence. Releasing the Mechamelion at once.
Ah, Ludwig. Yeah, good old Ludwig. We cast an actual doctor to play Dr. Peculiar. Never again. Oh my God, he was a cranky old coot. May he, rest in peace. The costumes, the script, the creature effects, you name it, he wouldn't stop criticizing everything. Well, in his defense, I think he did have some early signs of dementia or something. He was always getting lost on set, forgetting his lines, making up new ones. Yeah, it was cute. Midway through a scene, he'd just yell, "Where are my pills?" It was like a catchphrase. We almost left a few of them in. I have to say that the incredible job the animators did with the King Gorilla can only be outdone by their work in the Mechamelion. I'll leave further comments for later in the film, but this was truly an epic creation. Here we see our first glimpse of a technique I used throughout the movie. Want to make a big scary monster look even more menacing? Put it in a dome. Monster doesn't look scary enough already? Put it in a dome. Want the audience to know when a monster really means business? Put it in a dome. When they take a shot from a monster and shoot it right back at him. In my professional opinion, that is the coolest of the cool. Hey, Patrick, throw something at me real quick.
Whoa, my bad. Don't worry, I have the right clip now.
Oh, these guys were just adorable. I was a huge fan of the old classic movie, The Flea from 1958. So I created this monster as sort of an homage, in respect to that film. I have the darndest time with that word homage. Whip. We probably should have invested in some training courses so the actors knew how to properly handle it, but instead we just let them flail it around wildly. You know that saying, it's all fun and games until someone loses an eye? That's true. And that's the story of why the Emperor wears that metal monocle. Greg was a real trooper about it, though. Didn't even seem fazed that he'd have to wear an eye patch for the rest of his life. I think he went on to do some pirate-themed promotions at his used car lot once we wrapped up production.
Where is my Mechameleon? Why has it not pulverized the intruders already?
Well, Your Eminence, I was installing photon lasers to its eyes. I hadn't finished. So, the Mechameleon might be somewhat, well, blind.
My indomitable guardian is blind? I do not tolerate failure, Doctor.
Getting these two to do their scenes together was enough to make your head spin. They weren't, strictly speaking, actors. Well, not in your usual sense. Ludwig here, or Dr. Peculiar, actually was a doctor. I think I told you that before. Greg, our emperor, well, that's a whole different can of beans. Our casting guy found him at a used car lot. Greg talked him into buying just a horrible car. Thing never ran. Oh, then when he tried to get his money back, Greg just laughed maniacally, so doggone it, he offered Greg the role right on the spot. He said, Dan, this guy is perfect. We were running out of extras and clay sculptures, but we needed more monsters. Oh, please, more monsters. So we had this brilliant idea. If you stick a puppy inside an old vacuum cleaner, wham, instant monster. Throw in a string of Christmas lights and it's camera ready in 5 minutes. And that had to be some kind of world record or something. Fun fact, boys and girls, cinematographers don't like it when you use their dog without asking permission first. But hey, to that I say, what goes around comes around. Little Buster here ruined so many shots barking all day long. You don't want me to grab your dog and cover him in Christmas lights? Well, don't bring him to work.
So many scenes of your actors dying anyhow?
Why? To throw off the press, of course.
Say what?
In case someone snuck onto the set, they wouldn't know what was real and what was fake.
Was that normal back in your day?
Heck if I know. but it was sure fun to film. We were running out of extras and clay sculptures, but we needed more monsters. Oh, please, more monsters. So we had this brilliant idea. If you stick a puppy inside an old vacuum cleaner, wham, instant monster. Throw in a string of Christmas lights and it's camera ready in 5 minutes. And that had to be some kind of world record or something. Fun fact, boys and girls, cinematographers don't like it when you use their dog without asking permission first. But hey, to that I say, what goes around comes around. Little Buster here ruins so many shots barking all day long. You don't want me to grab your dog and cover him in Christmas lights? Well, don't bring him to work. at the altitude where Dick's rocket ship had crash-landed at the start of the film. When I think back about all the work we did, building this darn tower and making models and costumes and sets and props, and then trying to keep it all straight during filming and not getting anything all mixed up. It's exhausting. Just thinking back on it is exhausting. I wish I could tell my younger self to just direct romantic comedies. It's the only way you'll get a good night's sleep. Yes, the rotating contraption things. We actually used Ferris wheel parts from an old amusement park. I think it was called Dizzyland.
Is it Disneyland? Isn't that kind of close to...
Yeah, and the courts agreed with you. They shut them down before they opened the gates.
Well, it's their own fault, I guess.
Well, naturally, my production team swooped right in and bought up everything they could get their hands on. So I guess there was a silver lining to their legal battles. One man's lemon is another man's lemonade. Or however that saying goes. Fun fact, the statue of the Emperor is actually as big as it looks on screen. Yeah, we were going to use a small model and green screen it, but then Greg offered to fund building a life-size version. He was planning on setting it up front and center of his used car lot. Apparently, he ran into some issues with zoning laws. Yeah, I told him he should just play dumb and put the thing up anyway, but he wouldn't listen. I guess that's why he's still running that same lot, whereas I've been barred from filming in 12 different states. If I told you how much gold paint we used on these darn sets, you wouldn't believe me. We were originally trying to decorate this whole set in precious stones. I wanted that sparkling effect, but then my props guy shook his head. I've learned that when he shakes his head, it's best to go with Plan B. Unfortunately, Plan B meant a cement mixer filled with gold paint. It was so much hard work, even I had to finally roll up my sleeves, dive in, and call some interns from the community college. Man, there's nothing college kids won't do for free pizza. In this scene reminds me of a big fight I had with the studio head. Word to the wise, when the guy funding your movie offers you a suggestion, stupidest idea ever is a phrase you should shy away from. The spinning never felt quite as athletic as when Dick did it. I hope we have another scene coming up with him. I just can't get enough of Dick spinning.
I have come here to end your empire and free these apes from your tyranny.
You? Tell me, do Do you think I need these pitiful creatures to run my empire? Allow me to show you something. As you can see, I do not need those darn dirty apes. It is a kindness that I allow them to survive. I give them work so they believe their life has purpose. All I truly want from them is their gold.
Gold? Ha! What gold?
Have you not seen the result of Gravoria's planet-wide radiation? When living beings die, their bodies are transmuted into solid gold. The apes are useless. I send my minions to harvest more gold for my empire.
You are a cruel, heartless monster.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Whoa, that scene always makes me woozy. Hey, Patrick, I think we need a break. Imagine one of those on your average elevator? Still, it's even worse when you press all the buttons on a real elevator. People get so annoyed when you do that.
up, dude?
Nowadays, we just click, click,
I'm
and
just
make
climbing
all
the
this
deadly
3D
tower of
with
monsters.
those computers or something. But no computers here. No, heck no.
How's that going
I still
for
don't know how to work one of those
Pretty
damn
good.
contraptions.
Oh crap. Oh shit.
I'm good. We picked up like 100 viewers yet.
Well, you know it. I think the most I had was like 3.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't want to interrupt the stream.
Hang on. I was playing GTA earlier, and I was in a session, with, some dude, like, invited me to his apartment, and I was, like, fucking way out in Toledo, so I just accepted it, just to, you know, fast travel into town, and then he, like, sent me a MC invite, and never did anything with it. So I left his, and then because I was in an MC, it showed me a job somebody was doing, and these two dudes were, like, blowing up munitions, like, out by Sandy Shores. So I just drove up. I was going there anyway, because the dude I was just with, his MC club was out there, but then he just ended up pausing his game or whatever. So I left his thing, and I put myself into a CEO, so, like, it didn't show me the job anymore, but I went right where they were doing it, so then I went into CEO, waited till they got there, and I killed them a few times, and then I got rid of the cops and went off radar, and I was just killing them for, like, 10 minutes, like, it's fucking awesome. And then they fucking sent me an invite to join their MC. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. And I joined them. And then I was fucking killing people with them for a little bit.
Tone this up.
Fuck.
This one's fun.
There we go. I was trying to figure out why my fucking game sounds so fucking loud. I forgot I had my thing flipped from game chat to, or game sound to audio, like, too high. What the fuck do I, oh shit. No, God damn it. How the fuck can I even kill this thing? Hey dude, I don't know if you even did, but don't even bother downloading those new freebies, man. They're fucking garbage.
Look nice.
Both
You
of
gotta
them.
make it look shiny.
Yeah.
That's the secret
What he
ingredient,
did.
you know.
I only tried them.
Did you delete them?
Nah, I just started.
I didn't even get past the first mission on Deus Ex, because it's fucking way too complicated, man. There's like fucking 100 different fucking options, and there's like 50 things on your fucking screen. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, just let me play the fucking game. And the game itself wasn't even all that great. Like, I really hated the fact that, like, fucking takedowns and shit, like, it required energy. Like, your energy from your fucking mods or whatever. It made no fucking sense. So then you had to, like, deal out, like, you know, how many people you're gonna knock out. It was like, what the dude, this is way too fucking technical and retarded. So yeah, I didn't even get past the first mission, and I was like, yeah, fuck this. Oh,
Let me guess. Another of your fake death scenes?
What?
damn it. Stupid Simon Says elevators didn't give me a code, and then I died.
I have a new favorite. I just took it. I don't know if any of these ones that I'm sending you are actually coming through. They're still just loading on my screen. But the
I don't
last
know.
one is my new favorite.
The last one I got was, of the ones that look like they're negative.
Yeah, so those just popped in. Now these other ones I sent are still thinking. Then that last one I just sent you is pretty fucking cool.
Man, I just got sent way back on this game.
Why?
On the Deadly Tower. Because I was doing the part where you gotta, like, go up the side, when you're, like, running away from that fucking metal chameleon thing. And I ended up dying. And now it sent me all the way back. Like I was towards the end of it and I fucking died and it put me all the way back to the beginning.
How do you feel about the color red? Orange?
For that?
Yeah.
Try purple.
I can't do purple, I can only do what the filters will give me.
Oh.
What I can manipulate them to do.
Well, we should make a purple fucking filter. What's wrong with them?
Right? I just got this out of it.
What the hell is that thing?
Whoa, that scene always makes me woozy. Hey, Patrick, I think we need a break.
Crazy thing, dude, is with those pictures.
You imagine
how
one of
I'm making
those
it
on
look
your
like
average
it's behind
elevator?
and shit.
Still, it's even worse when you press all the buttons on a
I mean,
real
let me show
elevator.
you the
People get so
tiny bits
annoyed
of
when
what
you
the
do
fuck
that.
really is.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. That fucking chameleon thing was screaming in my ear.
Oh. I guess it is.
Nowadays, we just
Did you know you can shoot ranged attacks back at people if you dodge right before it hits you?
No, heck no. I still don't know how to work one of those damn contraptions.
I like figured it out randomly by accident because there's like a challenge to parry however many attacks back at an enemy. I was like, how the fuck do you parry?
Power of monsters. I've played it quite a ways in that. Felt like that game would have been a great game to play around together for a while.
Oh, for sure. I'm surprised it's not. Because, yeah, they definitely could have done that. Oh, shit. Fucking toxic waste arrow, damn it.
Set construction 101. To make it look nice, you gotta make it look shiny. That's the secret ingredient, you know?
Okay, Jesus Christ. I thought I was going all the way back down to the beginning again. Holy shit. That was close. You fucker. Yeah, dude, this game's hilarious. I like how it's fucking, like, the whole time there's the guy talking over it, like, commentary, It's supposed to be like a cheesy fucking movie. And the whole thing, like the whole time you're playing, you can see like grain from, like it's supposed to be on tape.
Right.
Fucking crazy. And how the dinosaurs and shit are in
We had 14
stop
production
animation.
babies while making this movie. One of them was even named after one of the characters.
Yeah, it's fucking
Maximilian
hilarious.
J. Peters.
I like how the one part the guy's like, yeah, I always loved how even after all these years I go to Comic-Con, or, you know, Comic-Cons or whatever he says, and I still see people dressing up like all the characters from our movie. Aliens, robots. I might not have it exactly right, but...
What I do.
Oh god. I hardly see my character right now. Jeez. That was fucked. Finally I get to fight this fucking thing. The fucking chameleon. How do I even fight it? Oh shit, no. No, go back, go back. There we go. Oh no. Damn it. Ah, you big dumb bastard. Oh shit.
Always wanted to go skydiving myself, but I have a crippling fear of heights.
Wow, really? So, was this movie your way of tackling that fear head on?
No, this movie is what gave me my fear of heights. By the end of it, I was directing scenes with my eyes closed to keep from getting panic attacks.
Now it's all starting to make sense.
Trophy earned. Fell for it.
like this pick, and I
First you
didn't do
destroyed my
anything to it, man.
Mechamelion. Now you shattered the Dynadrome. Now they all escape. Do you have any idea how difficult it will be to recapture them all?
Dr. Peculiar, why is my dinosaur army running amok? Oh, well, let them roam the island.
But, Your Eminence, what if they trample on some of my hybrid specimens? That would be like turning Gregor Mendel's beaker into soup and forcing him to drink it.
Mendel Schmendel, Doctor. I gave you gold to spawn me a dinosaur army, and I expect my army to kill things.
Certainly, Your Eminence. But whatever you command, it is so hard to do real science under these conditions.
Ooh, they got a rocket launcher. What the hell? That was weird. Thought it was frozen for a second. How long did you play Uncanny Valley?
Not even 2 minutes.
I got a little farther than that, but yeah. I did like the cycle of how you're supposed to like scan the fucking floors, like supposed to like walk the floors or whatever. I tried doing that.
What? I'm sorry,
I tried
sir,
to
but I don't think
find
that would be appropriate.
the fucking apartment building for 30 seconds. And I couldn't, I couldn't get, like, I got out of the fucking little security mall thing. You know what I mean? With a fat security guard that's like, come back for your shift after you check in on your apartment.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know, at first I'm like, oh, let's try the elevator, let's try the other elevator, let's try the warehouse. Okay, no, can't do any of that. I went outside, couldn't walk further into the fucking village or whatever, so I'd walk back towards the car, couldn't get in the car, tried to walk out of the gate, couldn't walk out of the gate.
Yeah, you just walk, like there's a little fence post with a gap in the trees, you just push the up directional button and you like walk through the trees, through the woods.
Okay. Well anyways, I got to that point and I tried like everything that I could think could be possible thing, and none of it was it, so I was like, fucking done.
Of course, we found out later we were absolutely.
I ended up stopping because of it. Holy shit, there's a fucking load of dinosaurs. But, I ended up stopping because there was like a puzzle thing. You had to like turn back on a generator, and oh my god, I couldn't figure it out. Like you had to connect these fucking circuits together, and you had to start from 1, and then you had to make the certain pattern, but you couldn't like go back to another node. Or, like, you couldn't overlap a line, basically. So you had to do it all in one move without, like, overlapping them. And I did it, like, fucking 20 times, and I couldn't fucking get it, and I was finally done. and that was after you're supposed to like do cycles. Like he tells you you're supposed to walk the floors or whatever once you do your shift. So I tried walking the floors. It doesn't even give you enough time. Like if you try to, like there's all these computers and shit you can read, like emails, and I was like reading a couple of them, and you have a time limit. Like you have like literally, I think it's like not even 4 minutes where you're supposed to search all those floors within that time, and it's not nearly enough time. Like, dude, I was trying to run, like, I was sprinting through all the floors. Not once. I did it 3 times where I was trying to go through all the floors. Not one time did I ever get through all the floors with the time limit. It was fucking stupid. And the last time I tried, the fucking power went out when I was on the last floor. I was on the last fucking floor I had to search, and the fucking power went out. And then I had to go fuck with the generator, and I couldn't get it, and yeah, I was like, yep, fuck this, I deleted it. Yeah, fucking stupid. God, it kind of pissed me off about Deus Ex, man, because I was looking forward to that one, because I like that, the idea of augmentations and shit. Like, it sounds like a cool game, but dude, the way they laid it out is fucking retarded. It's garbage. Shivasaur. I just killed a giant dinosaur with only a dagger.
Okay. Now you can stop. Nice. No need to go further.
You got a trophy for it, too.
If you break even a single egg, why, I'll scramble your brain. No, not my Tyrannosaurus Rex. You Neanderthal.
To make an omelet, destroy 8 dinosaur eggs.
How long it took me to crossbreed killer bees with velociraptors.
Oh yeah, I forgot I just picked up a rocket launcher. to make an omelet.
I hope you're happy now. Welcome to a world with no genetically modified carnivorous dinosaurs.
The fuck?
We're calling similar lightning switch. Searching. Available location detected.
Fuck, where the hell was that? There it is. What? How the fuck do I get to this ship? Oh, here we go.
Some people wondered why we had that third lower exhaust pipe on Robot, even though it didn't shoot flames when he hovered. It was purely a matter of necessity. Wearing a suit that takes hours to put on? I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Jesus, looks like something on a Little Big Planet. This rocket. It's like so cheesy. Looks like it's made out of cardboard.
Space station. Space, the final frontier, where no man has gone before. These are the voyages of... Whoops. Sorry, I got kind of carried away with something else there.
What? Part 3, in which the scientist unleashes terrible and something horrors, I think. Went away too fast.
These are men!
What the fuck?
Other than my father and the scientist, I had never seen men on Gravoria before.
It's funny because when she says that line, it almost sounds like she's insulting Dick's masculinity. None of us caught it in the filming. But at the premiere, I saw the reaction on Jonathan's face. Whoops.
Oh shit. Ooh, some more rings. Wait a minute. Whoa, this place looks nuts. What's weird?
Well, the official stance is, yes, the henchmen can breathe without helmets on. I get asked that a lot by people trying to find plot holes. And that's your answer, people. It's not a plot hole. It's not like we ran out of budget and couldn't afford to buy more glass bubbles. No, sir, that's nonsense.
Oh, made it. I don't think I'm supposed to be over here.
Dude, I'm gonna send you. It's pretty weird.
Uh-oh. No. Alright, 3 weird pictures of what? Oh shit, I think I just fucked myself.
That's fucking
Whoa, what is this? What the fuck? Whoa, dude. I gotta get that robot. Holy shit, what the fuck? Just found a little secret area with like a whole bunch of shit. But I gotta use the robot. Holy crap, how... yeah. Dude, how tall is this tower? Holy fuck.
Tower of Monsters, dude.
Yeah, no. Christ. I'm actually almost at the top. Let's go back to here. what? There you go.
What?
The spot I just went into, I thought it was gonna respawn the enemies, and it looked like it is because it opened the doors where they come out, but nothing came out. Because I had to go back to the spawn point to get a different character.
Oh.
Wait, did the actor just pick up a film reel? So that's what happened to all my missing footage. Oh, how did I ever let this make it into the final cut?
Dude, I just found a missing scene.
Our actors really
Yeah, no, I
like
wasn't
that whole
planning on taking a
method
picture,
acting
actually.
thing.
I was just here, bro.
You're... Who are you? You're... Illogical. You are not an Earthling.
Complained that the fight scenes went on a little too long in my movie, that there wasn't enough story and exposition. Excuse me, what kind of movie did you decide to go see? An action movie, you say? Last time I checked, dialogue wasn't a movie genre. Hey, that frog toy gun always makes me chuckle.
What?
A frog-shaped gun that shoots flies.
A frog gun. Oh my god. That's awesome. What the hell?
There's a frog gun.
Your doctor.
Yeah.
From where did those clones
Flies.
originate?
Doesn't sound like a frog gun.
Alright, I think I'm gonna take a break on this. Finish it tomorrow. Looking at it, I think I'm at like the fucking halfway point actually. Because all these parts now are getting like way harder. Obviously. Yes. Almost like the halfway point. I don't know why I got this like how long ago when it